So good morning. If you are joining on YouTube, Facebook, and then I'm just going to press Instagram and LinkedIn. So we should be live on all of our... Oh, I'm getting echo back. That's weird. I've never had that before. Is it just going over to the Zoom? Can you hear any echo or anything? No, I'm just going to turn my volume off so I can only hear, so I don't hear, because that's never happened before. Anyway, just give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. Good. We're going to run our 5-element flow again, and this time I will do the least amount of talking over it. So it's not going to be completely silent because I want to cue you, but really just give you the time to notice, to tune in, to connect in your body, mind-body connection. I'll talk through the warm-up because the warm-up's always nice just to have a little chat through. And then when we go into the flow, I'll just give you the essential cues. That's a good way to look at it. Let's start with our hands and arms. So I want you to spread your fingers out. So here you're really spreading the fingers. And then you're going to rotate the wrists out, and then you're going to dip down and then come back up. So in Costa Brava, we call this the shy T-Rex. Makes sense? So it's almost like, so really stretching the ligaments, fingers. This is great if you're doing a lot of work on a laptop or keyboard. Stretching the fingers. Breathing easy, breathing just in and out through the nose. So remember, when we're doing any sort of like any exercise or any movement session, you're warming up, you're mobilizing, stretching a little bit first, getting the energy flowing, getting the blood flowing, getting the muscles warm, getting the fascia energized, and then we can go into our flow practice. Let's change direction. Again, breathing easy in and out through the nose. Here I'm keeping my elbows pretty still, so I've almost got my forearms at like an 11 o'clock parallel. In a moment, we're going to bring the arms and the shoulders a little bit more involved. Stretching the fingers out. And then give a little bit of a shake out. Now we'll bring the arms and shoulders a little bit more involved. You're coming up as if you're going to clap. We're still stretching, so stretch the palms. Come towards a clap. When you're getting towards a clap, you dip down and then scoop around. So coming towards a clap, dip down and scoop round. So getting the shoulders, that rotation through the shoulders, the elbows. As you dip down here, imagine you've got two strings on your elbows, lifting your elbows up. Keep the shoulders down. Elbows flow up. And then swap, change direction, push out, push out, push out. And have a little shake out. Let's do hips. So making sure you're shoulder width apart with the feet. And you're keeping the legs pretty straight. You're doing hip to one side, hip back, hip to the side, and then pelvis forwards. As you bring the pelvis forwards, keep that chest lifted a little bit. So we're not doing a complete lean back, but you just keep that spine long there as well. Because otherwise you end up just pushing the pelvis forwards and putting a little bit kind of too much compression on that lower back. And then once you get the rhythm going, Make sure the feet stay connected to the ground, so you're working through the ankles as well. If you want to put your hands on your hips, if that's easier, put your hands on your hips. If you just want your arms just to hang by the side, that's fine. Big pelvic circles. Let's change direction. And then shake out. Let's go down to the ankles. So this is nice to play around with your balance as well. So imagine you've got two tigers either side of you that you're popping your hands on, so you don't want to press down too hard, but you're just using those arms to balance. Stabilize on one side of the body and just raise the opposite leg in front of you. Let's do dorsiflexion, where you bring your toes towards the shin, plantarflexion, where you bring your toes towards the ground. So you're just flexing the foot, feeling that stretch through the top of the foot, through the sole of the foot. Don't worry if you have a little wobble. It's always good. The brain is learning. Breathing easy in and out through the nose. And then we'll keep on the same foot. Let's do a big circle with the ankles, spreading the toes, just as you did with the fingers. See if you can spread the toes, spread the sole of the foot. Let's go the other way. Smooth movement, smooth it out. And take a rest, and then have a good shake of that ankle, just as you would shake your wrist. Shake out the ankle. See if you can get a crunch or a crack. Stand for a moment. Just take a moment when you've done that. See how that foot feels the ground, how it connects to the ground. And then we'll do the opposite side. So you're stabilizing. Remember, you have your standing leg that you're stabilizing on. Other leg forwards. Let's do the dorsiflexion, where you bring your toes towards the shin. Plantarflexion, where you stretch the top of the foot out. Feel how that affects the calf, the lower leg. Breathing easy. And then circle. Spreading the toes as you would spread your fingers. If that helps, if you want to do that with the opposite the same hand, or even the opposite hand, does it work with the opposite? It feels a bit weird with the opposite hand. Even if that helps doing that with the same hand. And then change direction. Does help actually, quite like that. And then have a good shake out. And just stand for a moment again, see how that foot connects to the ground. Breath settling. Making sure we are shoulder width apart, connect to the ground. Use that ground. Remember the subtle draw of the heel towards the center line. Strong through the lower body, movement from the hips and the waist, just going into knocking. tall through the spine. Imagine you've got a string just gently lifting you from the crown, relaxing the shoulders and between the shoulder blades. Slow it down now into water waves. Maybe notice how when the movement slows, that breath slows a little bit. And then bringing the elbows shoulder height. A little bit of bend in the knees, tilting the pelvis, spilling out the front of the pelvis as you draw the elbows back, lift the chest towards the sky, tucking the tailbone underneath and bringing the elbows together, curling into a little ball. Spinal cord breathing. So let's breathe with the movement. Let's breathe in as you open up and expand. And this is just calm, gentle breath in through the nose. And breathe out as you then curl up into a little ball. Noticing that wave effect through the spine, all the way from the sacrum to the base of the neck, base of the skull. Two more breaths. And standing. Just go into our standing position with our palms facing the ground. Let's do a little bit of dog wags the tail. Then we'll do some shaking and then into our 5-element flow. Dog wags the tail. Remember, pelvis is parallel to the ground. Shifting the weight. Use the ground to push away, pushing to the side. Remember, we're not doing a tilting, not tilting side to side like this. Pelvis stays parallel. So you feel the strength of the lower body. At the moment, the spine is just sitting on top of the pelvis. Then when we free the spine, the pelvis stays parallel and you get that ripple through the spine. I'd rather have a small ripple through the spine like this rather than big tilting side to side. There's nothing wrong in tilting side to side. It's good. It's not this movement. Feel that wave, feel that ripple side to side through the spine. Just as we had the wave through the spine as we were doing the spinal cord breathing, we're now working on that side to side movement. Lovely. And slow it down. Then let's have a good shake. So you can shake just keeping your feet solid on the ground if you want, but using the legs and the arms and the spine as a pump to shake the body and feel that vibration. You can hear the vibration as I'm speaking. Feel that vibration all the way through the body. If you want to use the heels and tap the heels into the ground, as long as there's no pain, you can start to come up onto the ball of the foot and then drop the heels to create even more vibration. If you want to do a little bit of a cleansing and clearing breath, you can take a fuller breath in. Let the breath go. If you want to do the washing machine with the heels, you just do opposite heels, vibration, vibration, vibration. You feel like going all the way up into the shoulders. So whichever way you want to shake, have a good shake, have a good shake, have a good shake. And then palms facing forwards and let the body calm, let the breath calm. What might feel nice now is a nice calm full breath in. Maybe even a little pause at the top of the breath, then a breath out. Maybe even a little pause at the bottom of the breath. So 5-element flow now. Just the essential cues. Go at your own pace, go at your own rhythm. There's no right or wrong movement here. Just really see what comes up, what you notice as you're going through this practice. So first element, metal, Buddha holds up the earth. And breathing with this movement, breathing in, and breathing out. Find your comfortable rhythm. Let the breath guide the movement. We'll follow 3 more. And just come to our standing posture, standing position, palms facing the ground. Strong through the lower body, light and lifted through the upper body. Gentle, soft breathing in and out through the nose. Just hold that position just while I change my screen so I can see the clock. And now going into our next element. The water element and fountain. Back of the hands together. Elbows shoulder height, elbows drop. And we get that fountain at the top. Drawing the energy from the ground up the center line. Breathing in, should come up the center line, breathing out. Remember, all of these movements are full body movements, they're not just arm movements. Follow 2 more. Returning to our standing position, elbows out slightly, palms facing the ground. Wood element tree sways in the wind, so rotating the hands so you've got your palms facing up. This is where we can play a bit with the breath, lengthening out the breath a little bit, just noticing the spaces at the top of the breath as we rotate. Then breathe out, and then noticing that space, that pause at the bottom of the breath as we rotate. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Finding your own rhythm. Just doing one more to each side. Remember, the wood element is about strength combined with flexibility. And here we return to that standing, embracing the tree position, posture. Feel the feet connected through the ground, strong through the lower body, light and lifted through the upper body. Fire element, enjoyment. One palm comes towards the earth, the ground. Remember, this is a movement from the oh, excuse me, the hips and the waist. The upper body follows that. Just breathe however feels comfortable. Returning when you're ready to our standing position. Final element, the earth element. Pebble in the pond. Grounding, centering. And finishing our practice with some pulling down the sky. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do two more. After the second one, we'll move into bamboo in the wind. Now just taking a calm breath in through the nose, opening your eyes, stepping out. Let's bring the palms together, pressing the palms together, bending the elbows back, and then a brush down the whole body. Let's do that one more time, pressing the palms together, bending the elbows back, and brushing down. And a little shake out. Excellent, thank you for that. It's quite nice to do it with a little less of me chatting all the way through it. And it was nice at the end there, because just as we stopped, the church bells just did that little 8:30 gong, so it was almost like signaling the end of our session. Thank you ever so much for joining. As always, it's nice to see Matt and the new people on the Zoom sessions as well. So please do keep joining. Please do keep joining on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, etc. And as always, if there's anything in particular you want to cover, you want to go through, if you've got any ideas, if you've got any questions, suggestions, comments, etc., please do get in touch with me. In the meantime, have a great rest of the day, and I will hopefully see you on Monday when we'll focus a little bit more on the breath. Thanks for joining. Take care. See you later.